It's Monday, and is it still good? Let's find out.
I did a previous video on this card right here where I basically played a bunch of modern games on it and stuff, but today I want to go ahead and revisit it. Quick little spec breakdown. This is the 7900GS. It has 256 megabytes of GDDR3 RAM. That's clocked at about 400 megahertz. It also features an S-video port. For any of those of you that don't know what that is, it's basically the old HDMI. You used to use it to connect to your TV and stuff. And, well, it's basically dead nowadays. There's also two DVI ports, though surprisingly there's no VGA ports, which, not surprising because it is a high-end card from the old days, so VGA was kind of like, hey, what's the point of putting it on there, right? But yeah, not there, so you gotta use an adapter, and also, hey, I just realized there's a screw missing. That's great. Anyways, moving on to the back, you have a bunch of your little circuits and stuff. Also, if you're curious, the actual core clock runs about 450 megahertz, and it's basically a 7900 GTX that's just a bit locked, essentially. And I've had no success unlocking it, sadly, but you might also. And last but not least, check it out. There's also an SLI little bridge right here, so you can go ahead and actually connect your other card if you have one. I'm probably going to get an SLI configuration going one of these days, and I'll make another video, but that'll be pretty cool to check out. And you also need a 6-pin, by the way, if you're connecting it to power. So let's go ahead and try out some games and see how it works. It seems every single recording software seems to hate it. So here's some gameplay from the R9270, but if you're curious how I played it, well, the FPS will be in the top left, along with some other benchmarks that I did. And to be honest, it was pretty decent. I was probably getting about around 30-ish, so it felt kind of like a console shooter, and at times even worse than that. But it's definitely a card that can still somewhat handle games that are pretty decently new, I guess you could say. And when it comes to CSGO, it's the good old Sausage! Done with this game. And on to our second game, we have Day of Infamy. This is a card that can be run on it. It is DirectX 9 supported, so, and it's also sourced, by the way, so you can definitely run it. And to be honest, it's running pretty decent. I mean, it's definitely playable. You can do it. The video is currently from the R9270, but when I was running on the 7900GS, the only weird thing was, well, everyone was a black silhouette. Which, I guess, can be a perk, actually. I mean, you might be able to see the enemy easier, or your allies, or something. So if you want to get ahead in this game, you might want to pick up that card. But overall, it was actually pretty smooth. It is also a very new title, so it's kind of nice to see it still chugging along somehow. But, yeah, and also I can't find anyone to kill. This is just great. I'm entering a restricted area. Cool, thank you for warning me. That's an ally. Flamethrower ally. Hey, and he's dead. That's also a restricted area. I can't aim today. Why? What? Oh, you can't aim. Oh, whoa, what? And last but not least, and also the newest game on this list, we have Golf with Your Friends. Now, this is a game that ran horribly. You can't play it. Like, even in the lowest settings, nothing will make this game playable. Why am I also so bad at this game? There we go, finally. So yeah, the card ran this game horribly, which is surprising, yes, because I don't think it was that much of a graphically intense game, but I guess it did. Also, this is a card that is only DirectX 9 based, which means you can't really play anything more modern than this, honestly. If it was a DirectX 10 card, you could at least play most games, since even DirectX 11 or 12 games have a DirectX 10 compatibility mode usually, and that's pretty cool. So if you have the single generation above this, which is the 800 series, you can still pretty much play anything. But with the 700 series, 7,000 series actually now, you can't really play anything, sadly. But it's still pretty cool to just look at it and see how it works. It's a pretty awesome card in the sense that it's kind of nostalgic. It's also, I believe, over 10 years old by now, which is kind of cool to think about how much we've actually advanced in the last few years. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Go ahead and like it if you do. Subscribe if you enjoy the content. Share it if you really enjoy it. And anyways, I will see you guys later, and maybe I can make this hole finally. Nope.